All right, how are you guys? Oh my gosh, my name is Ben.
This is Andrew.
And today we'll be continuing the RWBY journey with chapter 4 of volume 6. That's how it is.
So that's how it is. Oh, well, I don't even think I need to state what I think that's about, because I'm pretty sure they're just going to look at, well, now they know his name's Ozma from the get-go. They're going to be like, so, that's how it is. That's how I feel right now, because I guess that's just how it is. Yeah. You want me to do the thing, I guess?
Yeah,
Guess I just start spewing stuff out, because it's pretty much what we got last time. We spewed a whole bunch of info on us.
We got like 40 minutes of conversation.
Yeah, bro. I mean, where do we start? I mean, we learned that Ozma and Salem they met by Ozma coming to save her from the castle. Good old, you know. What story is that? Because I know they
the
make
girl in the tower.
Yeah, girl in the tower. Like, there's
Are you talking about Rapunzel?
Is that Rapunzel? Is that what that is?
Yeah, the blonde girl with the the thing.
Because I think it's funny though, because he did it in a Shrek way. Because how Shrek had to go through the dragon to get Fiona. But yeah.
Well, technically, she was Shrek in that case.
Yeah, true.
Because she fought the dragon.
Yeah, touche. But yeah, no. So they he said he got her from the castle, and they fell in love. He falls ill. Then we get a whole spiel of her wanting him back so bad that she brings him to the. She brings his bot, or no, she just brings his cane to the the forbidden area to meet the god of light.
No, it wasn't forbidden.
It wasn't forbidden. No,
it was a sacred.
Sacred grounds. Yeah, so
it's like a cathedral almost, but like their cathedral.
So she went there. And she pretty much, asked him, begged him to bring back Ozma, and he said, sorry, I cannot do this. You need to learn there is a perfect balance between life and death, and unfortunately, you just have to maintain that balance. And then she pretty much loses her temper with him. And then he just pretty much, tells her again what it was. And then he just like banished her, not banish her, but he just like puts her right back to the front gate, just says, get out of here, pretty much like, boop, you're going. But then, in
a very godly way.
Yeah. And then
remember, they are gods, so they just just her just standing there, whoop, you're in somewhere else. It's like okay, whatever.
So then she is like, fine, I'll take you to your brother, god of destruction. And she goes there, and he's not baffled, but like it takes him by surprise that there's a human woman begging or on her knees for him. So he goes, what, screw it, and he kind of like just does it for her, just gives it to him.
To clarify, she did not say that she made it look like she went to him first.
Yeah,
just to clarify.
Yeah. And so he went ahead and brought him back, and then the brother of creation comes and goes, what have you done? And then they talk, and it comes out that she actually came to the brother of light first.
Destroy.
And he came over and it was like, why do you dare step in my grounds of creation? And then they have a talk, and then come to find out she came to the god of creation first. And then he goes, I guess I owe you an apology then. And then he just makes the guy disappear again. Ozma disappear.
Create, destroy.
And long story short, they discipline her with this act of defiance by giving her immortality, saying that you're going to learn to respect the balance of life and death by living forever and having to see it over and over and over and over and over and over again. So then she takes matters in her own hands, tries to pretty much rebel against them. They don't take that very lightly, and they literally wipe out all of humanity and leave her there. And then they pretty much give it a go again. They redo everything except humans are now less powerful. The world's a lot more gloomy. Everyone's separate. There's no unity like there was before. In the midst of this, they send Ozma back, but they tell him that he will live on pretty much eternity until he finishes a certain task. But how he's going to live for eternity, he's going to be reincarnated, which we already know. And he has to defeat Salem. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't that counterintuitive? Well, I guess because he might be thinking of defeat Salem as in at the time.
His mission wasn't to defeat Salem.
Oh, that wasn't his. Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's what his personal mission.
That's right. That's right. No, his purpose was to unite humanity. That's right. So unite humanity. So, and if you don't unite humanity with all the when you get all the relics, then they're gonna just wipe out everything. So he gets that mission. We see that he ends up finding Salem because he hears about this evil witch, and he is grown to believe that it was Salem, which it is. They end up pretty much picking back up where they left off in love. She then talks him into, we should become the gods of this, planet because, the gods left and we're now the most powerful beings on the, planet, and they will respect us.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And they were like,
sure.
And they were like, and he kind of, you can tell he's kind of like thinking about it, like second guessing it, but then he kind of just goes with it. I mean, he's in love, he's like, all right, let's do it, screw it, kind of thing, and they do it for a little bit, what I'm saying, they get this big old castle, a big old house, what I'm saying, and then I have 4 kids, and then one day they're sitting there talking about stuff, and he just kind of like snapped back to reality, almost like, this isn't. Oh, there goes gravity. But he puts his hoodie up and starts rapping. No, he kind of looks at himself and just kind of like steps back. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like kind of like get one of those moments. Like, why are you doing this? This isn't you. This isn't what your mission was. And he even says out loud, this isn't what he sent me to do. And then she goes, what did you say? And then he breaks everything down for her, tells her what happened, and then she doesn't take that too lightly because she what you would call it, she wants why did she get upset? I'm trying to remember.
So she was like, it doesn't matter, like none of that matters. We're not going to redeem these humans, we're just going to replace them with better ones. Right. She's like, you said that we had to bring humanity together. What better way to do it than to just eliminate everyone who opposes us? Because then everyone who, which it would work.
It technically could work. Wow, I didn't think of that.
Like logically, yes.
Logically, because technically they would be united. They would just.
I mean, there wouldn't be anyone who opposed it.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I don't necessarily know if that'd be united though. I'm sure there'd be probably some malice intent stuff in the.
Well, because they're playing God. They're playing gods, and they're like God of light and destruction, or destruction and creation, are like. Nah, we're the gods. You ain't gods. Thought it was.
They would be like, this isn't true.
Yeah, it's not real. You're uniting them in fear. Is pretty much what they would say. I mean, maybe the god of destruction would be okay with that. This
is more of control rather than choice.
Choice, yeah. So that's But so we got that. So they then bash heads in disagreement. They fight hard. Bow, bow, bow. She kills Ozma, which, by the way, I didn't say it. I forgot to say it. I like how they just casually killed their kids. Like their kids are just dead.
I think it was more Salem.
I think it was more Salem.
I think it was more Salem because at that pool, she had already fallen into the blackened pools. Of annihilation. So she just craved destruction. So I don't think it mattered to her at that point.
At that point, I
think that little happy face was like I think it was a face she put on.
Yeah, and
I don't think she was true. I don't think she can be happy.
Yeah, and I think that she's just at that point like, those aren't my kids anymore because they are.
But like I said, I don't know if they're actually. That is what I and many people I have seen seem to think. Yeah. That is like the most popular thing. Because they weren't seen dead. If you don't see a body, it's like, right?
And is that where people can debate that those could have been the maidens, kind of thing?
You could, but at that point, actually, I don't even think so. I think I can disprove that because
I was getting ready to say
he gave his magical power, right?
And his kids already had magical powers.
Yeah, they had magical powers, and then he fought Salem.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be possible.
No, I don't think.
At least in that case, maybe he found that maybe he had a little bit of magic, and then he was like, you know what? Here's the rest of it after he resurrected.
I'm sure his kids probably would have been just as broken as mom and daddy if they grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. So it's all speculation at this point. But So we had that little brawl, and then it just talks about how his life ended up being after the fact, after the brawl and everything being destroyed and him Salem breaking up, how he kind of went through a couple lives of just gloominess and sadness and kind of mourning, if you will, is what they said actually. And then he got back on track with the plan to reunite humanity. Mm-hmm. He then gets the Relic of Knowledge at the end of the episode to ask 3 questions. It was, what were the 3 questions? It was where are the 3 relics? Where are the other 3 relics?
What do they do?
What do they do? That's right. What do they do?
Or what powers do they possess?
What
do they do?
Yeah, what powers do they possess? And then the last one was, how do I destroy Salem?
Strictly, how do I destroy Salem? And that was I as in him. And that was her saying, you can't.
Yeah.
And you can take that as general, like, she can't be destroyed, you can't destroy her. Or you can take it more specifically, which a lot of people think.
Yeah, I take it way more specifically, because I mean, there's a reason he stated I. He didn't say, because, I mean, if this is just me. I mean, granted, he has emotions with her, though, so it's more of an emotional connection there. Mm-hmm. And that's why he said I. But really, if you're just trying to destroy it, anything, you're going to say, how do you do it? Like, how do I destroy her? Or how do you destroy it?
Kind of. But I mean, if you're the one who's going to do it, you're going to ask how you do it.
That's true. You're going to ask how I do it. So
like, if I was like, hey, I want you to go do this, you'd be like, I want you to go move my car. I'd be like, okay, where do I find your keys? You're like, where are you?
He could have worded it like this: how does one destroy Salem?
But then it would be the same thing. They can't.
Yeah.
You can't destroy.
Yeah, it's
because she has yet to be destroyed, and that would be a future instant.
Yeah.
And she cannot answer things to come.
Yeah. So
technically, it's not.
Technically, yeah, that's true. Technically, he's not. That's breaking the rule if she were to answer that, and it's something she can't answer. So, you're right. But yeah, so that's how it ended.
But the theory is that it's Silver Eyes.
Really?
Because when the God of Light turned into the dragon in the Domain of Darkness, there was the big white light, and there was no more Grimm around him. So that was white light. That was like the Silver Eyes. And the God of Darkness had turned his head to the side. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Right? It could have just been like, wow, that's really bright, dude. Come down. I don't have my shades on. You know, it's chill out, bro, you know? Yeah. Or it could have actually affected him somehow because they are gods.
Yeah.
So could one kill the other somehow? You know, like, could gods? That's what Salem thought. Yeah. You know, like, they turned on each other, but it's like... But...
Because, I mean, it makes sense, though, because white eyes affect Grimm, and Grimm come from the pools of darkness, or whatever that thing was called.
Yeah.
And she literally soaked herself in that. So why...
So a lot of people think it's going to cleanse her.
I didn't even think... But it's not going to kill her, though. It would just take away the darkness, I think.
Yeah, but she wasn't necessarily a bad person...
Until then.
Before she... I mean, she was very rageful that her beloved had died, and
but that was out of
cursing the gods.
I wouldn't say out of love, but it was because of love. It was.
Yeah, you could even take it as far as say spite.
She was madly in love.
You can take it as far as Adam, but someone way more powerful.
Yeah. She was madly in love. Then she took it.
You can take it to the extreme, and she went into the blackened pool of annihilation.
Yeah,
which creates destruction. It creates things to destroy.
And white,
and then you have the light, which destroys destruction.
Yeah, and the white eyes, from what we've seen,
silver eyes,
I mean, have anything that's from the darkness pools that we've seen so far gets hurt by it.
It doesn't affect people.
It doesn't affect people at all. It's just like a flashbang. Like, what was that? Why'd you do that? I don't get what just happened. Why is there light? But yeah, so
bro, let me get my shades on, bro. Like, you better Silver Eyes, my bad. Let me get my shades on. Like,
Libby starts opening her eyes. Oh, whoa!
I'm gonna play this in the background. But
yeah, no. So that's how it ended. So I don't know, man. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yo, there's a reason the show's called RWBY, guys. What's up?
It's so good.
There's a reason.
I'm obsessed with this show for a reason. Like, I have seen this so many times. It's ridiculous.
Dude, like, it's to me, like, all these side characters now are so minuscule compared to the grander scheme of things now. It's like, what?
And that's also the thing. Ozma thinks he's the main character.
Yeah.
Like, in this story, he's the main character.
Yeah.
Like, obviously in RWBY, like, it's RWBY who's the main character, then you have, like, the RWBY squad and then all that. But it's like, Ozma thinks he is the main character.
Wow.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like...
Dude, I can't believe...
And that's the same bar where she was just at.
Yeah. And then also, now that I know her hand's wrapped, I saw the wrapping on her hand. You can notice it. Yeah.
But the symbol on the little blue flag in the back was the exact same.
The size
same bar she was at.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's probably gonna be a brawl.
With who?
Miss Little, what her name is.
You want to fight Ms. Malachi?
You all heard her too, right? There was so much you hadn't told us. How could you think that was okay?
Professor? What is your plan to defeat Salem?
I don't have one.
No one wanted me. I was cursed. I gave my life to you because you gave me a place in this world. I thought I was finally doing some good.
But you are.
Meeting you was the worst luck of my life.
Maybe you're right.
What happened?
He's gone.
That bastard! Tell him we're not done yet!
No, this is different. He's gone. It's like he's locked himself deep inside my head. Our head? I hate this. I want it to stop.
He just left us?
What are we gonna do now?
Enough! We need to get a move on. It'll be dark before we know it, and every one of you is spewing negativity.
Maria Calavera.
There's a trail over there. Trails usually lead somewhere.
Lady, I don't know who you think you are, but...
No buts! I understand that you're upset. Honestly, I'm still coming to terms with the fact that this is humanity's second time around. But if we don't move, we die. And I'll be damned if I've lived this long just to die out here in the cold.
Hey, tell him, Grandma. We don't play no games. We got.
She's right.
Girl's like, hey, ain't got time to die, okay? I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's my time.
I want to go home and be in my bed with a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Let me go home.
Yeah, that's right. You push me along. Now, Oscar's in a really fun point.
One of his lives, aren't I?
Of course not. You're your own person.
Don't lie to him, Ruby. We're better than that.
Dang, they took that joint to heart, bruh. Oof. Who it be? Who it be? Mr. Hazel in the tree.
Those straight bars, bro.
Bars, bro.
Copyright that, John.
Oh, snap. Oh, there he be. Uh-oh. They gotta go tell Salem. It didn't work out.
Yeah. See, what had happened was...
What had happened was Cinder decided to be Cinder. That's who I'm gonna blame.
Welcome back, welcome back. I do hope you missed us as much as we missed you.
He got a little stub on his tail.
I know, I see that. I miss Mr. Tierney.
Speaking of which, where is our fall maiden?
Emerald, come on.
Don't tell me something happened to her.
I love Tyranny so much.
I will cut off more than just your tail.
You wouldn't last a chance.
Careful, little girl. Cinder isn't here to protect you anymore.
Back off, freak.
Oh, don't misunderstand. I am in mourning just as you. Because it appears you failed our queen. And that is a tragedy.
Dude, he is crazy, dog.
Nah, he's the most enlightened one out of all of them.
Yeah, bro.
Watts is like,
I would like you to explain to me how it is you failed so spectacularly.
The Fauna's militia split our forces.
Stop. Let me rephrase the question. Who is responsible for your defeat?
I take full responsibility.
But that wouldn't be fair now, would it? We all know who's truly to blame.
I don't...
Emerald. I want you to tell me whose fault this was. Now.
Cinder! We failed because of Cinder.
That's right. I want you to understand that failure. I want you to understand why Cinder must be left to toil in her isolation until she redeems herself.
You mean...
She's alive.
You're joking. How could you know that?
Are you questioning our divine savior?
I mean, he's a scientist. It's like fact or fiction, you know that?
Of course not. Forgive me.
It's important not to lose sight of what drives us. Love, justice, reverence. But the moment you put your desires before my own, they will be lost to you. This isn't a threat. This is simply the truth. The path to your desires is only found through me. And so we must press on. The sword under Vacuo's academy, Shade.
Ma'am. I have more to report. Crow and the children are taking the lamp to Atlas.
Not if I can help it.
And they're being led by Ozpin.
Their faces?
So soon.
They're like,
chance of getting through to Ironwood. If that happens,
Leave. Your Grace, alive.
Come on.
She's a problem.
It doesn't look like this is gonna let up.
I just want to get this stupid relic to Atlas.
Let's hope we don't have to walk all the way there.
I thought trails led somewhere.
Do you have nothing better to do than to harass a defenseless old lady?
Everyone quiet. Do you hear that?
Well, at least one good thing happened today. It looks abandoned.
It's still better than this.
Come on, I think we could all use some rest.
Really short in comparison to the last one.
Yeah, a little short,
I
but
think it's about half the size, if I'm correct.
yeah, it's literally half the size. I mean,
makes sense though. They probably put a lot of budget into that last episode.
all our budget, boom. No, I mean, so that was pretty good. I mean, we got to see them admit the failure of Cinder, but it sounds like she will be allowed to come back if the task that she was granted is completed.
I mean, sure, like you do have to think like Salem's immortal.
Yeah,
she can wait a long time.
I can wait. Yeah,
like you have to consider like Salem is a minimum a couple thousand years old.
Yeah,
at maximum, she went through the entire stages of evolution. Because humanity was gone.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You could take it and be like if you took the stages of evolution, how it's planned out, like they came from a blob, some dust that fused with some water, some crap, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then little fish people then grew into humans.
Yeah.
I don't know the laws of I don't know the rules of evolution. Right?
Yeah.
I don't. So she could have technically gone through that entire process.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true. And they said that takes millions of years.
Yeah. So you could say she's millions of years old.
Yeah.
Right? You can lowball it and say a couple thousand, highball it to a couple. I don't think it's millions of years.
Yeah,
I don't think she's a couple. I don't think she's millions of years.
Yeah.
I think that's just somehow, I think the God of Light was like, I created a way for humans I created a little shelter for these humans. Now they're going to be safe. So the Noah's Ark, if you would.
Yeah.
So, So I that's the only way I can actually explain it without making Salem millions of years old.
Yeah.
So, so waiting for if Cinder came back when she was 80 with the lamp, Salem would be like, all right, whatever. Like that works. You
get it.
I can wait 400 years to get 4 relics. I can do that. I've already been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
What's a couple hundred years? It's nothing. So versus someone like us, where 80 years is that's literally my entire life.
Yeah.
So let's see. In the beginning, we find out that Ozma doesn't have a plan to beat Salem. So he's literally just been fighting without a plan. He's been he's been trying to just stall as long as possible. That's what his thing was.
Yeah.
So Crow, he's like, bro, like I thought we were doing something. I thought I thought you had a goal. Like what have I been doing my entire life?
I've been doing nothing is what
like what have I been doing? I've been doing literally nothing.
Yep.
So he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So now he just found out that his whole life has been meaningless.
So now he's about to go get wasted.
Now it's just
wasted.
I mean, it's just like, bro, okay. And Maria Calavera. She's like, come on, like y'all are super negative. It's about to be dark. Like we gotta.
She gotta give us that grandma wisdom.
We gotta go. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm just gonna be another one's life. Ruby's reassuring him, and he's already drinking.
Yeah, he's like, yep.
He's like, bruh. And then we cut over here. He's got to show up. Tyrion with his new flashy tail.
Yep, Tyrion.
Little point there.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what happened to Cinder? And I don't know if you saw this point, but
he purposely cuts himself.
Yeah, he cuts himself.
Like he's like, it's like if you didn't think I was savage, now you know I'm savage.
That's a sharp blade though.
Yeah, oh yeah, just to be able to just like rub his little bit on it and get your whole face cut open. Yeah,
that was pretty.
God, he's crazy, bro.
So then Salem is just like, there's this one part.
Oh man.
So this part, they're just kind of chilling, sitting on the table. And you know who's sitting on this side of Salem?
Tyrion. Yeah, Tyrion.
Watch where this table goes.
Yeah, no, right, Tyrion.
I take full responsibility.
But that
Tyrion's just like, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be fair now, would it?
Dude, look at her. She's so angry.
Dude, she's such a savage,
whenever she does something, it's like, bro, like she's scary. She's like, you scary.
She don't play no games, bro. She don't play no games.
And then she went over to Emerald, and Emerald was like, yo, whose fault is it? I know you know. Because she knows.
Yeah.
Because obviously Watts probably told her, okay, she told me not to be there. And then she had that conversation with Leo, who was like, it was Cinder's shield to the pants. So now she knows who it is.
Yeah.
So now
but they didn't know that they had that talk. So he tries to take blame because
he was like, I take full responsibility. No one be fair with it.
Oh.
He was like, oh snap! Like, don't lie to me. I know it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
But it's about to be your fault if you don't tell me the truth.
You're about to get the consequences like it's your fault if you don't admit to me who did it.
And then they name drop.
Yeah.
You name drop, and then you see, like, his eyes are wide open.
Oh, yo, hold on. The slow turns from Watts and Tyranny, they're like
so soon. He's the only man with a chance of getting through to Ironwood.
It's just like, bro, she's pissed.
Yeah, Tyrion's like, oh, yep, let's go. Yeah, she
don't care about glass hitting her.
Yeah, of course not. That cuts her throat, she dies, and she comes right back off the ground.
Dang it, I thought that would work. I wonder if she ever just wakes up one day and she's just like, let me just try. You know,
have you ever seen the movie Happy Death Day?
No.
Okay, so it's about a girl who's stuck in a time loop.
Oh, like Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day?
Kind of, I guess. What happens is she got murdered on campus at her school.
Was it the one with the pig face? The guy with the mask that keeps chasing her and killing her?
Yes, I think he's not a pig face, but he's got a mask.
Yeah, there's like mask. 4 different variants of it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's like
the original is called Groundhog Day.
Yeah, yes. That's what it is. Yeah, so she literally wakes up every day because it's the same day over and over, and she keeps killing herself. I forget what it was, why she kept killing herself, but yeah, I think it was just to test the waters to see if it would keep happening. And she literally, like, one of the points, she walks into a freaking like restaurant, store, and she goes into like the detergent aisle and she gets a bottle of like bleach or something, and then she looks at a lady and goes, how's your day going? And then she just passes out in the middle of the floor, and then she wakes back up in her bed and like, the same day. Oh dude, it was funny.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. She's like, so it's been like 400 years. Let me try. No, nothing. Okay.
Nothing. We see if this life doesn't matter. No, nothing. We're going back. Dang it.
So then they get to go to this new place. a new place.
Uh-huh.
Called Brunswick Farms. Right, so Brunswick.
Well, at least one.
It's our new destination. There's a snowstorm coming.
What was Blake ready to say?
I don't know.
She was going to say something. I missed what she said.
At least one good thing happened today.
At least one good thing happened today.
Yeah. Optimistic, yeah.
Optimism, yes, sir.
Okay, but then they're in a new place.
Yep.
That's the whole chapter.
Yep. So, dude, Crow's about to get wasted.
Wasted.
He looked like gone. Gone.
All right. Well, that was the chapter. So, like, any thoughts? No.
No. I mean, I'm still like stuck on last episode. So, like,
that's one of the legendary chapters that no one ever forgets. So,
I mean, it breaks down so much, and like I said, it makes every other character on the show seem so minuscule now. At least to me, like they seem so minuscule compared to Ozma and Salem. Like they just seem so minuscule compared to them now.
Yeah.
Other than Ruby though, because the silver eyes play a part in something. But see, I would debate that because the problem with that is why would Salem want to bring her own demise? I guess not her own demise because it wouldn't kill her. I don't know. Because she wanted her to be brought back alive. She didn't want her back dead. She wanted her back alive.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she wanted her to hit her.
But
with this
for a long time, they were hunting. They were killing them.
Yeah. But now I don't know why all of a
So
sudden.
what changed?
I don't know. Maybe she got a change of heart and was like, well, you know what? I'm tired of looking like a monster. Just smack me in the face with some of my silver eye, please.
But is she technically grim?
No, I don't think she really is.
Would
grim.
the silver eyes work on her?
I don't know though, because I don't technically. Cinder wasn't grim. She just has part darkness arm and crap in her.
That's grim.
So,
her arm was grim.
So would she not be considered grim? I mean, she literally threw herself in a pool of darkness, which they come out of.
I mean, yes. But usually if something goes in, it's like disintegrates. It's gone.
Oh, true.
But it's literally she's literally one of a kind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
so that's why people are so like. I mean, that's why it's going to be the final thing, that they do in the show. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah. So
but a lot of people at this point were theorizing that Summer went off and tried to
use her silver eyes. So
on Salem, but she never came back.
So okay.
So we don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But was it stated that Summer had silver eyes?
I don't think so. It might have been showed in a picture that she had the same eyes as Ruby. Maybe. I don't know. And one of like the old classic pictures.
I don't know if you would have seen it.
Might have. We'll have to look at it. Well, we don't have to do it right now, but we might have to look at that off camera.
But we're going to move on. So that was chapter 4 of volume 6. Please, if you could do all the algorithm stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing. It helps the YouTube know that this is a thing.
Boom.
And join the RWBY Reactors Discord. It's free for everyone. Yay! And we'll see you in the next one.
Doses.